Hi everyone, this is Mike from Herbert-ABS with another Learning Series video. In this video, I'm going to start a series on our bulk pile tool, starting with a basic introduction. I've got our self-unloading bulker demo open here, with a sample full load loading condition already loaded. In the graphics, you can already see that something interesting is going on in the cargo block. In my entry table, I can see that my holds are loaded with northern coal as the cargo, and my cargo type is specified as bulk pile. Everything else is grayed out, meaning I can't enter any information here. I have to use our bulk pile tool to get into the details. I can do that through the Tools menu, Bulk Pile Hold Entry, or by clicking on any of the hyperlinks in the table itself. Once I click on a link, a separate window appears, which is our bulk pile tool. This tool is designed to create a detailed geometric model of the cargo loaded, based on cargo properties and loading device parameters. The assumption is that the cargo is poured into the top of the hold using the parameters of the loading device. The pile then creates a shape based on the properties and amount of the cargo. I'll zoom in on one of the holds, and I can see a bit more detail. For the number 4 cargo hold, I can see that the holds have been filled with northern coal in 5 pours or piles. In the Commodity tab, I can see the properties of my northern coal cargo. The first one being the density or stowage factor, which will define how much volume the pile takes up for a given weight, and the second being the angle of repose, which will define the slope of the pile. In the Resource tab, I can see the properties of how the cargo is loaded. In this case, we have used a shuttle conveyor with a small width of 1 meter. However, with travel across the full width or breadth of the hold, 16 meters side to side. Looking at the entry table below, we can see how the cargo has filled the hold based on the cargo and resource. I've made 3 pours in the first pass of 1,500 tons each, meaning that they are happening simultaneously. You can see where the piles start running into each other and slowly build up together. On the second pass, the 2 in-between hatches were loaded with 500 tons, and you can see that the piles started and built on top of the previous piles. Looking at the graphics, I can see a few things. The angles of the pile that you see are taken from the cargo's angle of repose. If I change the view and look at the top of the pile, we can see the shape of the pile based on the resource used to define it. We've got the shuttle conveyor going back and forth, giving us a full width filling of the hold. If I had a loader that simply poured into the center, we'd end up with a purely conical pile instead. I'm going to show one last thing here. I'll first go to the Home tab and press the Add button. That will give me a new line, or a new pass in this case. If I go to my center hatch in the hold, I can type in a number, let's say 1,000 tons, and it will add a new pile in that situation. You will see, though, that the entry was capped at 377 tons. The tool is making sure the cargo isn't going outside the hold, so it is cutting it off at the maximum. My last step will be to hit OK, which will send the updated loading back into CargoMax. We can see that the third pile is showing in the graphics. My results have updated, and my condition is meeting all of its requirements. Looks like we've got a valid loading condition. That's all for this video. Keep an eye out for future ones that will go into more details on specific tools and features available in the bulk pile tool. Thanks for watching this learning video. For more information, please visit us at www.herbert-abs.com or email us at info@herbert-abs.com.